Hi, Katie. How are you?
Hi, Jess. I'm good. How are you?
Good. Did you get a chance to look at this week's new reflective journaling sheet yet? It's hosted on the library's blog, and it's all about book abandonment. And it asks us, have you ever stopped reading a book, and why? What's your criteria for not finishing a read?
I have stopped reading a book. I never used to. I used to force myself to finish it. But now I just think that there's so many better books out there that I could be reading that I just don't want to spend my time doing it. And in recent memory, one of the ones I can remember is that back in the fall, I took a trip to Salem, and I was really excited because I really enjoyed Stacy Schiff's biography on Cleopatra that came out about 9 or 10 years ago. And she had written a book called The Witches, Salem, 1692. And I was really excited to read it, especially it was the fall and, going to Salem. I thought it would be such a good read. And I just had so much trouble getting through it. And it's hard because it's told from alternating viewpoints, but then she also just will slip in something that didn't really happen. Like the witches just flew away on their broomsticks, which we obviously know was not the case because they weren't real witches. So you're reading it and it goes from a nonfiction book and then it almost becomes like a fiction book in sections. And it was really disorienting and hard to read. And unfortunately, I put it down and I moved on to something that I enjoyed much better. But what about you?
It's actually interesting that you mentioned The Witches because I also read The Witches when I was prepping for a trip to Salem. But unlike you, when I can't get into a book, I have trouble putting it down, and I actually read it faster and end up skimming things. I don't really retain it all, but I finish it so that way I could add it to my Goodreads page and say that I read it. So
I think that's totally reasonable. You put that much time into it and you want to return. I get
it. I guess so. I wish that I could be a little bit more almost like you in the sense where I know what I like and I could just put it down and move on to the next thing, but I just go right on through.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Everyone has their own way of doing things.
So what about you guys? Do you ever put down books or do you just keep plunging along?
Tell us in the comments below what books you've had trouble getting through. And don't forget to check out the blog to get this week's journaling sheet so you can fill it out yourself and add it to your yearly journal. And we hope to see you soon at the Livingston Virtual Library.
See you next time.
Bye.